What's up, guys? Joe from the AZ Westside Wheelers here. Today we are at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. It is the last day and we are getting ready to put Monstro to the test. Stick around for the numbers. All right, guys, let's give you some stats and some information on what we're doing here at the MetalCloak trailer. Not only are you getting a number, there's a lot more to this. So he's going to kind of go through and show you where you might have binding issues, anywhere you might have clearancing issues. He might tell you you need to add a little bump stop, take a little bit away. So in doing this, we went down to our normal PSI that we run wheeling. That was their recommendation. So we went down to 12. That's kind of what we run Monstro at. And we're going to see how it does when we put it up on the trailer. So stick around. We'll get some numbers for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. I know it. That's what I was curious how you were going to. I'm like, we must have to have it running or something. All right, so here we are. Monstro's going up. So we had to leave the sway bar electronically disconnected and the Jeep running because otherwise it re-engages. And there he goes, off the ground. Just a smidge. So can you tell me what are some of the things you look for?
Absolutely.
I would appreciate that.
So these little guys right here, those little outboard shock mounts.
Right.
What happens when you do have a lot of articulation, this axle swings down, of course.
Correct.
And that shock gets pinned up against the frame. And it happens on the JLs as well as the JKs.
Right.
So if you look here, stand right here and look at that shock.
Oh, yeah.
See how it's bending?
Up against.
Yeah, so what happens is this gets pinned against here. It'll start to bend that shock a little bit. It won't hurt the shock as far as the bend won't stay in that shaft.
Right.
But it puts a whole bunch of pressure in the seals inside there. So it'll actually start to leak internally and you'll never even know it.
Oh.
Those little outboard shock mounts will move this lower mount to the other side of that bracket. So it just moves it over.
Gotcha.
And then it actually reinforces that. It sleeves the stock bracket.
Okay.
And then it'll bring that body out just enough so it won't get pinned up against the frame.
Perfect.
Yeah, super cheap insurance that'll save you from having to replace those shocks.
We love you guys' products. I run your bump stops and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting some of those.
Yeah, that's an easy fix.
Awesome.
And yeah, like I said, it reinforces that bracket a little bit, just moves that shock over.
Right. Yeah, we're all about reinforcing. We try to beat it up as best we can.
Too on the bump stop.
So that looks pretty good. Yep. No clearance issues there, and it's pretty tight.
Right.
So depending on what kind of travel we got here, yeah, that's in good shape. I'll show you here's the trick.
All right. Get it.
See that bolt on the end of the sway bar link?
Yes.
So see how the threads are up against the frame?
Correct.
So if you were to just take a cut-off wheel, cut those threads off.
Okay.
So see what it's doing now is it's pinning itself against the frame.
Gotcha.
You kind of hear it off-road.
Yep.
Something's going on back there.
Right.
Just cut those threads off. It'll give it some clearance,
awesome.
And then it won't pin itself. You can see the little mark it's made on the frame right there. So you're up against the bump stop and it's bumped exactly right. That's perfect. I would change that at all.
Did you hear that, guys? I bumped it perfect. I'm the builder.
Gotcha. Cool. So this is that nut or that bolt.
Yeah.
Just cut those threads off, and it'll keep it from. You can actually see on a brake line what it wants to do. If that were to come up high enough, what it wants to do, it wants to get above this brake line.
Right.
If those threads and that bolt is too long, it'll hook the brake line, and as it comes down, it'll just rip the brake line off.
Ooh, okay.
So you'll see a lot of guys' brake lines that look like a V, where it's actually hit and bent it.
Correct.
So just by cutting those threads off.
I might have an example.
What I like to do, I actually like to pull this clip out.
Okay.
At home, don't use any tools because you don't want to crimp that. But you can take this whole brake line and move it up. I like to run it up here on top of the frame.
Oh, okay.
So you can take that bend out and kind of give yourself some more room.
Right.
And then you don't have to worry about that ever
Perfect.
off there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great information. This is why you come do stuff like this, guys.
That's right. That's good. You've got just a little bit of shock left. That's perfect. You're on the bump stops. And you've got good clearance here. That's perfect. I wouldn't change anything in the front end. You're using all of the shock. You're on the bump stops. I wouldn't change anything in the front.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And we're about 23.5 inches. 21 in the rear, 23.5 up front.
There you go. You heard that. Hey, awesome. Thank you, sir. We sure appreciate it. All right, there you go, guys. You got the numbers. 890. Monstro did great. We sure appreciate it. Come go to the MetalCloak trailer.
I just kept jumping tires over there.
And I'm sitting there going, I don't have a...
Yeah, you can shut it off.
That's what it's all about. Raising revenue.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like your gatekeeper.
Oh, thank you.
Bend in that shock going on, but with that aftermarket axle, I don't think a bracket will fit the thickness of that metal.
Oh, okay.
So what you could do is you could fab up something, have somebody fab you and just move that shock to this side of the bracket, sleeve it, and then have basically another shock mount on the outside of that.
Towards the wheel. Okay.
Yep.
Did I do it?
Just gonna start to kiss that. You're on the bumps pretty hard, and that'll probably smash even a little bit more. I think that's fine. Hey, what happens to this brake line here? This is custom?
Yeah.
That's a trail mod there.
I didn't want to do anything, so it started leaking.
Yeah. If you bent that back, that would definitely go.
Yeah, so I'm leaving for this trip.
Yeah, you can see where if it got in there.
This broke, so I just replaced this when I got here.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
this broke, and then this was coming down on this.
Oh, I see.
So I just replaced that when I got here.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's trail time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Me too.
I've gone down. I drive on these part time. You're going down. You're like, it's funny 'cause I've pulled up in the
Yeah,
yeah, those are.
gotcha. Yeah, and you're right in there.
Scared her a lot more.
Just kidding.
I usually do that with my sister and my wife. They're like, I can't look. I'm like, me neither.
So, just something to be aware of. You can reroute a little bit over.
What? You got a longer shot than me. I have what's the story?
So you were 21, 23. He's 20 and a half, 22 and a half. So it's actually you're almost I think you're exactly the same. 23 and a half. Yeah. So he's a half inch